Life is life and like a motherfucker. I know I'm late though. I know I'm late. I said 6. It's closer to 7. I know. I'm sorry. I apologize. But like I said, it's gonna be a nightly thing from here on out, more or less. Um, I do have like stuff I need to work on, but that ain't got nothing to do with y'all, right? Y'all don't care about that. Yeah, there's no way that you should care about that. I said I was gonna be here at a certain time. I needed to make it a point to be here at a certain time. But um, I'm sorry, I got caught up with this J. Cole thing, and I got caught up with this Nicki Minaj thing, and I don't know which one to start on. I know I titled it "Is J. Cole Still in the Big Three?" I really want to hear from y'all. Anybody who heard the mixtape that he just did, a little low on the volume. How about now? How about now? Maybe I just need to lean in. How's this? How's this? Maybe I just need to lean in a little bit. How's this? Check my volume. Charlie Funk, let me know. Let me know. I don't need him in my big three. Bro, you completely skipped it. Jesus Christ. Y'all can't wait to start shooting. Say something on the volume first, and then we'll get into that. And it got Dolby. Okay, cool. So I just need to be closer to the jump off. Bro. Thank you. Sounds nice. Okay, cool. Um, I'm just getting into the technical side of this thing, y'all. Just give me a minute. Let me I'm getting used to a lot of this. Give me a second. J. Cole is in the big three. Still, my personal opinion is that he is. With that being said, I feel like I'm repeating this every day. With that being said, I completely understand why some people don't have him in theirs anymore. I get it. I get it. I'm not even mad. I get it. It makes sense. I've been saying that though. I've been saying that. I get why certain people would decide that he shouldn't be in the big three anymore. I get that. Oh, a big three feels pointless and at this no, that's not the case. That's not the case. I hear where you're coming from. There is a bunch of talent out here. However, there's nothing wrong with us acknowledging people who are doing it at a certain level and who we've grown to expect a certain amount of excellence from, especially um how do I say this? We've grown to expect that excellence from them because they've earned it. They've been consistent. So there's nothing wrong with acknowledging the big three. And not to mention the fact that every era has had one. As far as I can like Kane, Rakim, Cool G Rap, one. Um there was Nas, Big and J, there was Cole Kendrick and Cole Kendrick and Drake. If you look close enough, we've had some variation of a big three around here for quite some time. It's not new. It's not new. Big J and Nas, right? It's not new. It's not a new concept. And there's not again. There's nothing wrong with delivering kudos to people who have been consistent. So I'm not anti a big three. The question now is after Cole dropped this mixtape, who feels like he still doesn't deserve to be in it? That's my question. Am I Zulu Nation? No, no, no. Salute to them, but early 2000s, Way Yane, and actually early 2000s, I would argue that it was Wayne, Kanye, and Ti. But there's an argument that can be made. Kanye definitely stepped into the picture. Ti, DMX was at one time. DMX, Jay, and after Biggie, DMX definitely stepped into the light. But at a time, I remember when Ye, Kanye, Weezy, and Ti could do no wrong, and they were literally just at the top, killing everything moving. And Jeezy kind of threatened, but not really. And you know what I mean? There's always been a big three when we look around. Who was there with 50? I don't know if 50 was. I don't know if 50 was ever in anybody's. Well, he might have. It was kind of just him. It might have been him and Jay, but like at the time 50 was functioning, Biggie had passed, and Jay and Nas were still who they were. So yeah, 50 definitely had a run though. There was a time when 50 was untouchable. So he definitely entered the big three conversation. Um, peace, Awkward, peace. Salute to everybody. Yo, I'm in here to talk about J. Cole, 50, J and Eminem. Yeah, but then you got to add Nelly in. But was Nelly consistent? Did Nelly stay? Like there has the big three is all about criteria, right? The further you go into this thing, the more you start like picking it apart, and it becomes, well, who had the albums, who stuck around. J. Cole and Drake have all been out for like over a decade, consistently delivering at at top marks in their lanes. So big three is kind of easy to see with them. But as the times have changed, the criteria shifted because you have to start factoring in technology. So, oh yeah, the Rock Mars album. I gotta go listen to that. But this J. Cole thing just dropped out of nowhere on his birthday. Do you believe? Do you who here has heard? If you've heard the J. Cole project, I need to know if you still feel he does not deserve to be in the big three, all criteria included. I'll tell you my response to hearing a handful of the tracks. He understands that him apologizing and backing out of the beef definitely cost him cool points in a lot of people's eyes. He's rapping like the Wrench do. He's rapping like he wants those cool points back. He's rapping like the Wrench do, and he has to pay it in the cool points that he lost from backing out of the battle, right? But then he says contradictory things in some of these bars. Like some of these bars, he'll tell you, "Well, I dropped out of the big three, or I went back. I started back at point one, and but at the same time, I'm a giant compared to children. These little kids leave me alone, and I'm a giant compared to y'all." It's like he wants the acknowledgement of being the best, but doesn't want to have to prove it. He doesn't want to have to prove it through combat, through getting through sparring, through getting it popping. At least not with somebody else in the big three. And if that's the case, then it really feels like he's punching down at this point. If you don't want to compete with one of those other two dudes, it feels like you're punching down. Although in the beginning of that joint, the one he did over the victory beat, it really sounded like he could have been taking them shots at Drake. You start talking about gambling and parlays and running your mouth and all this other, that could have been a shot at Drake, but I felt more like it was a shot at Aiden Ross. Um, just Cole rapping about rapping good, no substance, no number one earned, not given. I don't know. I don't know. Because when he's rapping about rapping good, he's really rapping good. The standard, the bar for him is different. He's really rapping good. His execution is like second to none, bro. Like I don't even know how this is how it's part of the conversation at this point. Whether this man's talent is what it is. That dude is a beast. The bars on these joints are insane. The concepts are dope. Like he's getting it popping. If the big three was strictly a talent thing, I don't know how he doesn't have a fair point. And then there's the consistency, and I think mm, that might be it. That might be it. I think it might be the consistency. I think it might be the lack of consistency. I think it. Hear me out. Hear me out. I'm not saying he's not consistent as far as what he delivers, the quality music that he delivers, the standards of the rhyme that he delivers. I'm not saying he's not consistent when it comes to that. He definitely is. That's how you get in the big three in the first place, my opinion, my personal opinion. However, the consistency of the attitude, maybe that's the problem. You're not keeping that same energy, Jermaine Cole. You've been telling everybody that you're a monster, and we're right back to square one. We've come right back to the crux of the argument because even in this thing, he's talking like if anybody wanted, they gonna get it. And he had the opportunity for anybody who he had the opportunity for one of the best to get it popping with him, and he backed out. And now you're saying that you're gonna, start back from square one, and now all of a sudden we're back to if anybody wanted they can get it, but the competition is where you left. The competition was where you left. You walked out of the room with the top two guys. That was the competition. If it wasn't Freddie Gibbs, okay, okay, one Freddie, all right, one Lil Zane, not Lil Zane. Wow, Lil Zane caught a stray. That was if it wasn't the Gucci Gang kid, I get that. But now, like, you had the opportunity to let off the chopper. You had it, and you walked off, and now you're back, and you're still talking that exact same level of recklessness, and that's what's gonna cost you more cool points. There are a lot of people who are not going to buy it, bro. You had it. The chance to show and prove. If I walk around telling everybody that I'm the toughest guy out, that's a Fat Joe. I don't even want to do that. That's Fat Joe's immediate reference. But like you had the opportunity to show us that you're that guy, and you backed off. Maybe he ain't got it for them. Yeah, but that's where it counts. That's where it counts. Anybody else you punching down, that's where it counts. He jumped in with 7 minute drill and saw the response. And that's always going to haunt it. Like, bro, as dope as J. Cole is, as much of a barbarian as he is, him getting past the stigma that he created for himself, I'm not sure when that's gonna happen. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm not saying it's impossible for him to do, but I don't know how he gets past this. Because even in the rhymes, it's like you can't go back to that ominous John Wick on the mic type attitude. You can't talk that John Wick when the opportunity to get it popping was there. You backed off, and now anybody you go after, it feels like you're punching down. Reminds me of Lupe in a lot of ways. J. Cole early in his career was ready to battle Diggy Simmons. Y'all, oh wow, oh wow, oh wow, punching down, punching down. Diggy's not doing what you're doing, bro. And this is the if I vaguely remember that. I think that was more like an industry thing than anything else. But the opportunity was there for you to show and prove. Can we believe J. Cole from here on out? That's my question to y'all. Can we believe it? Can we hear what he said and just take it at on a surface level, or from now on is it just a rap? Can he not rap about that anymore? I thought the this two track two was the perfect way for him to bring it back. Heavy concept, precision execution, flawless bars, making a point. I thought that was the perfect way for him to come back. Now it's his birthday, and he's back to letting the chopper fly, but people are looking at it like it's a cap gun. I don't know, Papa. I don't know. I don't know when. I don't know what Cole would need to do to get past this. Even if he went back and tried to battle now, it's over. Like if he tried to start his own solo war with Kendrick, like, and he then he'd look like a crazy hypocrite. He just got finished telling everybody that's his brother. That's one of the greatest to ever do it. Like he can't go back on that now. Like you look crazy, bro. You look like a wild hypocrite. You do that, like a super hypocrite. You do that. So what does he do? What does he do? Andre 3000 never battled anybody. Andre 3000 also never called himself a member of the Big Three. I hear you, but like, what are we doing? What how does J Cole come back from walking out of this battle? I thought this track two was perfect. Can he ever live this down? Is there ever a way that he gets out from under this? Mech, today we don't even know if they write their own material. Could be AI, which is nasty work, bro. Over on my Instagram, I ended up going back and forth with this dude who's telling me ghostwriters are okay in hip hop, and because I said no, they're not. Because I said ghostwriters are an industry thing, not a culture thing. Now we're going back and forth. Andre never put himself in that arena, and it's a good thing because Andre scared the shit out of people. Andre scared the shit out of a bunch of rappers. Andre scared people. He was scary. He was scary. So it's a good thing that he never entered that arena. However, I don't know how J. Cole comes back from this. His forte is rapping like the Renners do, and when he does that, he threatens people. He threatens other MCs. He lets other MCs know he's better than them. He threatens them. And if that's the case, can he talk that talk now? Can he still talk that talk? It sounds it sounds thin, my G. Like it sounds like a bluff. And I know how dope Cole is, but I'm strictly talking about public perception because the true school hip hop heads always embraced him as one of their own. And when he backed out of that battle, he rubbed a lot of them the wrong way. They're the main ones who are pissed at him for going against the grain, going against the principles. And now he's back with the same kind of jargon in his raps. I'm only saying jargon because I'm not insulting the man, but like now he's back on that same kind of time. What does he do? How does he get past this? Bro, let it go. Y'all acting like y'all would fight him or something. He the man, the same dude you saw. Nah, bro, shut up. This ain't got nothing to do with snitching. Please shut up. Please, you've come into the wrong room with this. Not. Please shut up. If you're a J. Cole fan, just say that. That argument doesn't work. We're not talking about snitching. We're not talking about the streets. We're not talking about crime. And the folks that I'm talking to about J. Cole aren't interested in any of those topics or any of the MCs or any of the rappers who talk that kind of shit. Like, bro, just stop, because that copping that kind of plea does not help your man out at all. It doesn't help your man. He's talking greasy. We're talking about it because of some hip hop shit. But jumping in that's not going to help. That's not going to help him. You can't say you have war jets and only show a yeah. I don't know how he gets. I don't know how he gets. I didn't mean to snap on homeboy, but like, come on, man. Like, You mad because we talking about hip hop? Like, bro, stop. You only mad because we talking about your homeboy. And I'm actually trying to help. I'm actually trying to see what he needs to do to get right. How he can how he can get forgiveness from this crowd that he has pissed off. I don't want them on his neck for the rest of his life, like for the rest of his career. I don't want these dudes. I don't know how you get rid of that asterisk next to his name, and I'm really curious if there's any way that that can happen. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't been able to come up with anything. The casuals will tell you to let it go. His fan base will get pissed that he's being scrutinized in this way. They feel like there are other people who deserve more scrutiny than he gets, and that's probably true. But heavy is the head. When you're a member of the big three, you get extra smoke. Like there's extra eyes on you. You earn those eyes. You earn that spotlight. So that's argument is moot. Um, yeah, casuals will tell you it's not that serious, but who the fuck listens to casuals? Fuck listens to casuals. If you got Kendrick on a track, would that do something? It might. It might. Well, it would definitely call off. It would call off the it would call off the Kendrick fans. It would call off the Kendrick fans. If he did a track with Kendrick and it was all love, it would probably call off the Kendrick fans. That's one thing. He's already done multiple tracks with Drake. Y'all remember when we were supposed to get a Cole and Kendrick album? I wonder what the fuck happened to that. Now's the time to release that. That album would go up. It could be trash and it would still like the listens alone, people just listening to it to see how that sounds. Even though it was like an old project and it was talking about this many moons ago. But a track with Kendrick might do it. Might do it. It feels like a long shot though because I don't know if Kendrick would do it. Drake is done, son. It's been over. Yeah, we're not really talking about him at this second. Um, I don't think Drake is done. I don't think Drake is done. I'm really want you guys to head over and go check Cole's new project, the new work. I'm interested. Fire music make you forget. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Maybe he just needs a hit. Maybe he just needs a hit. Maybe a hit record erases everything. No, that won't work because the heads don't care about hits. The heads don't care about hits. With Jordan called Kobe to come play with him. Okay, see how fast that works? See how and DJ all day. There's gonna be a lot of people who feel like that. There's gonna be a lot of people who feel like that. There's nothing he can do. There's gonna be a lot of people who feel like that too. I'm really thinking because Cole, first of all, Cole is too talented. Okay, we need that pen in this culture. We need those levels of artistic excellence in this culture. We need that. There's more than enough nonsense and ABC rapping out here right now. Tons of that. We definitely need um somebody with Cole's level of talent running around this industry. He's got to there needs to be like a north star people can look at and go, "Oh, that's the bar. Okay, cool. We need that. We need that." And that's why I'm trying to figure out if I would have put on my executive hat, what moves could Cole make to free himself from this stigma? I'm really curious of what y'all think because the mixtape is dope. And even with that, there are people still on his neck with both feet, and I'm really trying to figure out how he gets past that. Y'all let me know in the comments. Even if the answer is not a damn thing, maybe I'll put a poll up. Is there anything he can do? Or is there nothing he can do? Maybe I'll do a poll. Is there something Cole can do that could get him back in hip hop heads' good graces? Or is there nothing he can do that would get him back in hip hop heads' good graces? And three, does he need to be back in hip hop heads' good graces? Or is that not important at this level? I don't even really kind of want to pose the third question, but I'm curious to know everybody's answer. I'm gonna get out of here, but let me know in the comments, what can J. Cole do to get back in the good? Can he get out from under this stigma? Is there any way he can get people to forgive him? Is it just a time thing? Maybe like maybe if he just kicks it long enough, people will leave it alone. Um, Love that DJ Clue was on the mixtape, bro. He's one of those. He's from the cloth. He knows. He knows. That's why I'm so like. That's why the scrutiny on him. I wish we had this kind of smoke for rappers who couldn't rap. Not a big Cole fan, but he went the fuck it. That's what I'm talking about. You can't deny the fact that the man is an animal. The man is an animal. He is better than 90% of the business. The business. He is better than 90%. He is 100%, one of them. You got to salute. And that's why all this on him from backing out of that battle, like, I'm just wondering if there's any way that we can see past that. I'm really, really curious. Give it time. Uh, Maybe that's it. Do me a favor. I'm going to post this up right now. Hit the comments. You let me know, what can J. Cole do to get back in the good graces? Is there anything he can do? Is there nothing he can't do? Write it down. I just want to kind of get a barometer of where we are in this community. Um, Cole got busy on the money and power beat. Right. That was the best. Okay, okay. See, but that's the other thing, bro. Him getting busy really ain't a question. Cole's ability to get busy has never been in question. What I'm trying to figure out is, can we focus on that? Is there a way we can get this asterisk off his jacket? Let me know. Let me know. I'm gonna stop talking now. Let me know. Hit the comments. Let me know. Say something. But I'm really curious to say. And when I come back in here tomorrow, we talking about Nicki and Trump. We doing it. I might even pull up later on tonight, but we definitely talking about Nicki and Trump. And I still have not managed to get to Common and Jadakiss. I still haven't got to that conversation because the world won't stop. Queens get the money. Y'all let me. Oh yeah, you see it. You see it. Talent first. If it's backwards to y'all, talent first. Y'all let me know. Let me know. Hit the comments. Hit the comments. Let me know. I'm curious. Let me know. Talk to y'all soon. Oh, like, share, and subscribe, please. We're building community over here. Like, share, and subscribe. Let's run it up so we can get this energy out in that world. Talk to y'all tomorrow.